was saying. Okay, so welcome to San Diego Comic-Con. This is James Dashner, author of The Maze Runner, Mortality Doctrine.
Yep.
And we have some questions for you today. So,
Alright, hit me.
hitting the last book of the Mortality Doctrine, are you in the middle of writing it right now?
I am pretty much done with that.
Oh, okay.
We've gone through the editing process and it comes out in November.
What has been the most challenging part of it as compared to the first two books?
It's anytime you're wrapping up the story, you no longer have that leeway of, oh, I can fix that in the next book. So you really have to wrap everything up, and most importantly, you have to have an ending that just satisfies your readers. So it's a lot of pressure, but this series, I feel like I planned it from the beginning more than any other thing I've ever done.
Oh, okay.
I felt good about it.
And so, well, then how has it been like as compared to the Maze Runner series?
I think I was better prepared. The Maze Runner, I had a general idea of where it was going.
Okay.
But this one, my editor, Krista, really pushed me to outline it more, and to really know where we were going, because it has some pretty complex plot twists and stuff. So it's just really planned out, and it was a little easier.
Okay, cool. So what was the process in differentiating what was a real world versus a virtual world, and did you confuse yourself with it?
Yeah, it's such a fascinating thing to me to think of. Once we can create an artificial world that is so lifelike and so real, how can you ever know again what's real and what's not? So it was kind of fun to jump between the both worlds and think of all the conflicts and problems that would bring, if that was really how it is in life. So it's just really fun for me to write about.
Okay, cool.
To think about it.
Okay, with breakthroughs in technology constantly growing and changing how we live and interact with one another, how does this affect the stories you write or intend to write in the future?
Wow, deep question. My biggest goal is when I move on to something new is I really want it to feel different. And I never really, my goal is never really like, okay, I gotta tackle all these important issues and make people think. My number one goal is to entertain people. But just naturally, things going on in the world, everything from environmental to politics to tragedy and all that, they just naturally seep into my stories, I think, even if it's metaphorically. But I've got some things up my sleeve that I really want to explore next. I've always wanted to write more of a horror novel, a truly like thriller horror novel, and that might be what I do after Mortality Doctrine.
Oh, really? I was gonna say, what's your next?
I'm actually currently writing another prequel to Maze Runner.
Which I know that you talked about that, and it's in regarding the actual characters from the Maze Runner as compared to the Kill Order.
Yeah, it's like a bridge between the Kill Order and the Maze Runner. And so when I mean next, I mean after that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing right now.
So with the prequel, are you going to have a focus on Thomas again, or is it going to be from a different point of view?
No, I'm going to keep it consistent and make Thomas the main character, but I am playing around a little bit with seeing things a little bit from other point of views. But it's just going to be a really fun book that's, all these things have been alluded to throughout the main trilogy that you're going to see front and center, like you were there. And I think it's really going to be fun for people.
Cool. Has the film process for the Maze Runner movies changed your thinking about any of the characters or plot points from the books?
I have to try really hard to keep them separate. But honestly, I've learned a lot from Wes Ball about storytelling and pacing and character development. And those actors have done such a great job that I just have to be honest, they've become those characters for me in my head, which is okay because all of them stayed true, but I feel like the characters in the books. So I really do imagine them as I'm writing it now. It couldn't be a better book because everyone's alive. It's like some of them were resurrected or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
This is all before Maze Runner, so it's just it's a unique thing that I may never match again, but I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Can I ask you then, will we get to see more of like Chuck and Galley and stuff like that?
Yeah, we're going to see Chuck and Newt and Galley, and we'll see Thomas and Teresa a lot. We might see some glimpses of like Group B, and it's just going to be fun.
Oh yeah, that'll be interesting. Great. And so I guess then you already answered that you're probably next after that would be something horror-ish.
No, maybe a standalone thriller horror novel, something like that.
That would be cool. And since we're at Comic-Con, you are a veteran now.
Yes.
It's like you're three times in a row, right?
I think it's more like 5.
5?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe even 6.
So, what have you seen this year, like as far as like, you know, panels or even cosplay, like highlights for you?
Well, I didn't get to see Star Wars, the panel, and it's like impossible to get into. I did feel the excitement of Star Wars throughout the whole place, and it's one of my favorite things in the world, and I couldn't be more excited about the new movie coming out. So that's the biggest vibe I've gotten. I also love looking at the different people who do miniatures, or not even, even big miniatures of superheroes and stuff. I love looking at that stuff. So those are probably my 2 favorite things.
This is like a bad place for people who want to spend money but can't.
Oh yeah, it's like some expensive stuff.
Yeah.
It's just as fun just to look, you know?
True. Well, thank you, James, for your attention, and we'll look forward to the sports trials.
All right.